We've got some beautiful autumn colours on the river this morning, and I'm going to try fishing for predators, doing something a little bit different. One of the things I've been doing a lot of recently is combining methods. So in other words, using flies but your standard lure fishing tackle. And, you know, if you're someone who fly fishes, it's useful for the tight spots where you can't cast very well. But also if you're a lure fisherman, it gives you some of the advantages of fishing a fly without any need to learn to cast. But we'll show you've got a couple of really interesting ways of catching both perch and pike. But I'll quickly show you how we set up before we hit the river. Well, we're going to be using tackle that's very similar to your drop shot fishing today, essentially. We've got your standard drop shot weights, some fluorocarbon to make a trace, and you can use various small predator flies or trout lures, but we're going to use these special drop shot minnows that have just been released by Turrall. The knot I use is slightly different to the usual Palomar knot, but very simple. I've got the fly there. I'm going to pass my trace material through there once, then I'm going to loop it over again, so I've got essentially a little double loop there. And the knot's really simple. All I'm going to do is go round through the loop once, twice, oops, 3 times, so it's trapped there. I'm going to wet it quickly, just to protect the knot, and tighten it up carefully. So as you can see, once we've tightened it up, it stands out really nicely, just like a little drop shot lure would, sort of at a right angle to the line. If you go down, you'll see we've got this typical drop shot rig, little sinker there, and the other thing you might notice about my setup is that I don't like knotting braid and line together, so I use a little leader or rig ring there, really tidy little connection. Just giving it a test here in the margins, and you can see it's really nice and mobile. It moves really fluidly, and quite unlike other types of your standard lures, but you can also see all these little fish are fascinated by it and swarming around it. And of course, where we find lots of these little tiddlers, we might also, with a bit of luck, find a perch. I'm going to start fishing by just casting quite close in down the edge of these reeds. It could be a spot where a perch or two are hiding. Drop off is also quite good, where it just gets slightly deeper. I'm not going to cast this far. Just feel it to the bottom, and then almost sort of just tap it down here. Don't need to move it more than a minute or 3 at a time. Just keep in touch with the lure. Well, we had no luck in the first couple of spots that we tried, but this perch fishing game is very much about getting stuck in and investigating everything. And we've got some fairly classic perch territory here, all these overhanging trees. There's even somebody's bicycle down here, so it's a snaggy old spot, but we'll keep searching and just keep covering different water with each cast until we feel that first knock. They took a bit of finding this morning, really. We've tried a few swims, but it's just this little outflow here that's just started producing some bites, and yeah, we're off the mark. Well, we've been getting the odd bite from the perch, but they're still not really having it. Actually, one of the last nips I've had was as I was bringing in the drop shot rig a little quicker, so I'm going to try something different. Another way you can really easily cast flies using your regular spinning outfit is just with a couple of split shot on the leader. And you'll find with fine braids you can pop that out sort of 15-20 yards fairly easily, and it might also give us a chance of other species like chub as well. We didn't get many more bites, so we've voted with our feet basically, which is never a bad idea if you're struggling to catch. So we've come a couple of miles upstream, and yeah, it's a lovely spot with a bridge, normally good perch features, and slightly shallower, so I think I'm going to stay on my simple split shot rig. Again, I'm just testing the fly at the margin here, and you'll notice with this split shot rig it's a different kind of presentation to the drop shot. We can make it much quicker, and some days the fish are slower or they're in a deep hole and the drop shot works better, but when they seem to be willing to chase as they are today, this presentation is just a bit quicker and seems to get them moving. Another little perch, not the hugest fish we've ever seen, but this time in a shallower swim, and that's literally just with a, as I showed you earlier, just with a little split shot on the nose of the fly. That is a really nice surprise. I just sent the little fly out to the cover on the far bank and I actually saw that one follow and take. And that's another nice thing actually about using these flies on lure tackle. You get a good variety of species, and of course these chub can be really predatory. That was probably 2.5 to 3 pounds, so very nice bonus fish for our little session here on the River Tone. An interesting little session today on the river. The big surprise really is that the fish wanted to chase so high up in the water, because I was expecting them to be in deep areas of the river, but they found them in quite shallow water, and of course we had that bonus chub. And yeah, bizarrely it's low and clear there, but the best fly today has been very definitely this yellow and white version. And yeah, very simple rig, just a single split shot. Anyone with a light lure fishing outfit fish exactly like I've done today. Really nice and easy. It might just give the fish something a little different on your local water. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Keep an eye on the Turrall website for more, and tight lines.